Okay, so the next film I'm going to take a look at is one of my favourite Australian films of this year. It's called BOSCH ROCKIT, and it comes from director Tyler Atkins. Now, this film just absolutely blew me away for a number of reasons, but I'll get to those reasons in a moment because I'll start off by telling you a little bit about the film. It basically centres around a father-son, BOSCH, played by Luke Hemsworth, and Rocket, played by Rasmus King. Now, this is a kind of weird father-son relationship because BOSCH is a dope dealer. He grows crops near his property, near his coastal property, and he is a single dad to Rocket, his young son, who loves surfing, hates school because he's not very good at it. And BOSCH is not a perfect dad by any chance. In fact, quite often he lets his son fend for himself while he is busy with one of the local girls. But at the same time, you can tell that he loves his son. And that relationship between son and father is strengthened even more when a bushfire exposes BOSCH's drug crops to the authorities, and suddenly he finds himself being pursued by a corrupt police officer called Derek, played by Martin Sachs. Now, he goes on the run with Rocket, and together they arrive in Byron Bay, where BOSCH is very, very quickly besotted by a local photographer, Deb, played by Isabel Lucas, and Rocket makes friends with a girl called Ash, played by Savannah Lorraine. And that's where this story really picks up. It is such a beautiful story. I read someone online having a go at another critic who had said that the relationship in this film between BOSCH and Rocket is such an amazing relationship, and I'm afraid that I can't agree with what the person was saying when they were disagreeing with him, because it is a beautiful relationship. We see BOSCH grow as a character in this film and realize just how important his relationship with his son is. He's determined not to see them get separated. A lot of people will probably watch this film and think that is just he doesn't want to go to jail. I don't think it is. I think it's that he knows that he is all that his son has got. When we meet the mother later on in the film, we soon realize why. She doesn't want a child. She's an alcoholic. She's selfish. She does not want a child around. And for that reason, BOSCH knows he has to do all he can to protect his son. This is a really, really interesting coming-of-age story. It's a fantastic coming-of-age story. In fact, watching Rocket and Ash get closer together, I think we all go back to our first crush, our first love with that. But just the way that this film is told, I mean, we see so many coming-of-age stories, and this film has an entirely different feel to it because of that crime element that is there. In fact, the only weakness I found with this film was that I felt that they kind of made Martin Sachs's character a little bit too stereotypical. I would like to have seen his character to have been more of something that we would see from a kind of vicious crime kind of film, so that we feel that BOSCH is more at risk in this film. But what makes this film amazing is not only the visuals. In fact, the visuals are absolutely spectacular in this film, but I think what made this film for me was the acting. The acting in this film is just out of this world. Luke Hemsworth is fantastic in this film, and anyone that ever refers to him again as the lesser Hemsworth, I'm going to say go and watch this film. This guy is absolutely brilliant. His acting chops are, for me, possibly even better than his two brothers. I know his brothers are out there in Hollywood, but I think Luke Hemsworth shows here that his acting chops are so good. The other person that needs to be congratulated for this film is Rasmus King. Now, if you don't know this kid's story, he was a professional surfer who got plucked out of obscurity to act in this film. And he does an absolutely amazing job. In fact, I'm going to call it right now. I think he is this generation's Heath Ledger. His performance here is so much like Heath Ledger's performance in Two Hands, if you go back and remember that, and Black Rock. If you haven't seen Black Rock with Heath Ledger, go back and watch that as well. But Rasmus King is a star on the rise. In fact, we're going to also today have a look at another one of his films, Six Festivals. But he is just an absolutely amazing find, and I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of him over the years. But yeah, if you're looking for a good Aussie film at the moment, definitely go and check out BOSCH and ROCKIT. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5. I probably would have given it 5 out of 5, except for the fact that I thought that they went a little bit cliched with Martin Sachs's character with the villain. But I'm going to give it 4 out of 5, and this is well worth a look if you love Australian cinema.